I'm here with Heidi Anderson and Alex Klempel, and thank you for being here for this conversation today. I'd love to know how each of you found Eastwind. Like, what's your origin story?
I've been at Eastwind for, I think, almost 6 years now. I moved to Boise about 6.5 years ago. Found a church home pretty quickly, and then that church closed its doors. So I found myself looking for a new community. I tried out a few different places, and the first time I walked into Eastwind, it felt like home. So kept showing up and trying to get involved more, and it's just become more and more of my home community and my home church.
How about you, Heidi?
We've been here 3 years. A Google search, churches near us, and we tried a couple, and my husband and I came to this one, and if I recall, you might have chased him down in the parking lot after our first or second week. And yeah, that was the end of it. We love it and have called it church home ever since then.
Awesome. And you both co-lead a life group together. How'd that come about?
So we started as short-term life groupers. Leif conned me into it because he knew I wasn't in a group. And then that group decided to stick together with Leif and Erica as our leaders. And then one day I was added in Church Center as a leader. I don't actually know how it happened.
So you were voluntold. I love it. Okay.
Without even really being told.
Okay. Just volun.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have no idea how I ended up being a leader, if I'm being honest.
Okay, this is fantastic. I'm so excited we can talk to the two of you. And yet here we are. You're still leading, right? And we're gonna, in a moment, I'd love to hear like how that's impacted you. But you don't lead all the time. So what's your day-to-day? Like, what do you do when you're not leading your life group?
I'm a full-time toddler tamer. My day consisted of picking up sprinkles yesterday, so that's...
Okay, excellent.
It's chaos and loud all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
How about you, Alex?
I have a day job that is much easier than taming toddlers. I'm an attorney.
Okay. Let's go to serving. You're still serving, so clearly there's impact there. You're still leading. We believe that serving changes our hearts, makes us more like Jesus. How has serving done that for you?
Oh man. I think for me, I'm a homebody and I like just hanging out in my house. And now I'm not just helping lead with Heidi, I'm also hosting, which is not a position I really envisioned myself being in. So that's been a little bit of a growth area of like, okay, I'm gonna be more intentional about being hospitable and having my home ready to open up to our group each week. So that's been a bit of a growth point for me. And then also just being able to pour into those in our group. We've been together for like 3 years now, so we're pretty tight. And I spent the first part of that when I wasn't leading, seeing it as like, oh, this is a great thing for me to be involved in. It helps me have community and grow in my spiritual life. And then transitioning into a leadership position, I've been able to see it more as this is an opportunity for me to serve, not just to come and be filled up, but to fill up others.
I like that. Yeah. How about you, Heidi?
I've been serving in my church homes for the better part of 2 decades. And so at this point in my faith walk, it's something I do. 1, because God asks us to. 2, because I know it's good for me. And 3, because I know it's necessary. There's never been a position that I've served in that has not helped me grow deeper in my relationship with God, and also to be surrounded by just awesome community members. I feel like the best way to get connected in a church home is to start serving. Because the people who you serve alongside are like inevitably going to be your family. That's always been my story, and that's how it's been here also.
I love that.
Yeah.
And some people watching might know you also both serve in the band. Alex, you play keys, and Heidi, you play bass. So you guys you're all over the place. But I'd love to know a highlight from like your life group time leading. What's something that just comes to mind when you go, oh, like this is the good stuff?
For me, it was within the first few months of meeting our group, I had a baby. We had just moved here. I think I started our group when I was like 7 or 8 months pregnant. And the like most perfect picture of what life group is supposed to look like is I had a baby and meals were at my door and people were coming to help and I was getting text messages. It was just the most encouraging and helpful thing. And even now, like my husband travels a lot for his job, so I solo parent a lot, and group members are always willing to step in and help and mow lawns or bring meals, and that has just been so awesome. I'm usually the one who serves, so to be the one on the receiving end has been very special for me.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Alex, how about you?
I have just really enjoyed watching our group grow, like individually and as a group. Having been together for like 3 years now, just seeing everyone's like journey, watching as we go through life changes, struggles or celebrations, and seeing all of that unfold week after week, session after session, and being able to come alongside each other and mourn with each other and celebrate with each other has been really sweet.
That's a cool picture. You started by saying both of you don't even know how you started. You ended up as leaders, which I love, because my final question for you is, like, someone's watching this and they're kind of on the fence. They feel that maybe God's pushing them to take a step, but they haven't, or they can't, or they won't. What would you say to them?
Try it.
Do it.
Yeah.
And if it's starting small, like, hold a door open. Even that is it's helpful. It's a way for you to get plugged in and find your people. And I don't know, God always just has open doors for me and wherever He wants me to serve. So just do it, and you will not be disappointed.
Yeah. And if
That's
it's not a good fit, there's so many
Yes.
ways you can serve. Try something else if it doesn't work.
Mhm.
If you pay attention to if people are pointing out to you, hey, I think you'd be good at this, or you should really talk to so-and-so. It took me several weeks in a row of someone saying something to me before I joined the worship team. So if someone is recognizing a gift in you or a skill in you, lean into it. Just jump in. God gave that to you for a reason.
That's good. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for leading. I really appreciate hearing your story today.